You've had at least almost a week here of practice since the St. Francis game. How's that going?
Good. I mean, we in my opinion, same people are practicing well, same people are not practicing well. But I thought, defensively, we did a lot defensively, and hopefully that'll help us when we get in the Big 12 play. We got to do a better job defensively. When we go in those spurts, last year we can go in a spurt and not score for 5 minutes and not let them score for 5 minutes. This year we can't do that. So, we've got to be able to score, and we've got to be able to get stops. So that's some of the things we were working on.
Oklahoma, it's a lot like you, a lot of new faces this year.
Yeah, and I think they played the last month all on the road. So they've had a lot of road games, not a lot of home games. And, you got a bunch of shooters. Like you said, there's a lot of new faces. A lot of people come in and score off the bench. Their bench, there's not a big letdown when they come off the bench and replace their starters. So, we're going to defend out on the perimeter. They've got some shooters and dribble penetrate. Offensively, they gap on defense, and they'll change up 1-3-1 trap, 2-3, and some man. So, we'll have to execute against those defenses.
They've had a couple of post players, one or two names that sounded familiar that they have back underneath.
Yeah, they got a 4-player that's pretty good, a returner, and then they have, they have a couple of their guards back and a couple posts, like you said. But, they had a couple girls had to sit out last year because of injuries and are back this year. So that's why a lot of new names, a lot of new faces. But, they can stroke the ball. They got a couple players who can stroke it deep, and we're going to defend that.
How big was the St. Francis game for Muldrow? She was coming off a couple of games where she really did not shoot the ball well. Just to score some points.
Yeah, hopefully I give her some confidence. I tell you what, she's been working harder before practice and after practice on her shots. So and then went into the St. Francis game and shot the ball better. So I hope maybe that's a lesson. Maybe get in the gym, get some extra shots up. You may start shooting better. And she is. She shot well in practice this week. So hopefully her shot's coming around because we really need that other score on that other wing, and that'll really take some pressure off some other people.
Do you feel like maybe she was just putting a little too much pressure on herself there?
Probably. To me, it was all in her, her fundamentals. She was standing up and shooting off her chest, and if you notice, most of her shots were short because of that, instead of getting the ball out in front and getting it over top. So, we've been working a lot on that, getting the ball out in front and getting it over top and bend your knees.
Opening Big 12 play with this stretch of, the better competition in the conference, is that something that they can get them up easier, get them excited for?
You would think. I've said this before, I want to thank the Big 12 for the start of our season. We play Oklahoma at Oklahoma, Texas, come back, play Baylor. But, you play everybody twice. So you're going to have to play everybody on their home floor and everybody away. Hopefully they get excited. This is one group, I don't know. I've said it all along. This group don't get very excited about playing games and as a group. Now, we have some players that get excited and know that how important these games are. But, we've got to get some more players that get excited about the game. We got to get some players that will come off the bench and come in and execute and do the things we do. So, it's the same old thing, and I don't want to keep dwelling on this every time, but, till we find 2 or 3 people coming off the bench giving us energy, it's a shame. I go back to the Ohio State game. We cut it to 8 and the first 4 minutes of the second half, and we needed to rest some people, but we just couldn't. And then all of a sudden they hit 2 or 3 threes on us, and then Linda got in foul trouble, and everybody knows the result of that game. So, we just got to try to avoid that situation. And our starters going to play a lot of minutes. And until I find some people come off the bench and give us energy, that's just the way it's got to be.
Coach, how much different is conference play as opposed to non-conference? How much different of a beast is it?
Oh, well, every team you play is going to have quality players. And they're going to have Big 12 players on it, I told the team after St. Francis, every team we play from here on out is a good basketball team. And we're going to play well. Our margin of error is not very large. We got to stay out of foul trouble. We've got to get more people to score, and we got to be able to defend and rebound. And, everything's got to go right for us going into Big 12 play.
Could that Ohio State game have been a wake-up call?
I think it was for some of our veterans. Absolutely. Absolutely. I had 2 or 3 of them come to me and say, Coach, that'll never happen again. And, I think it was a wake-up call for some of them. The problem is you need to be a wake-up call for all of them. That's the problem we're having right now. And, we have some on this team that plays extremely hard, Bob. And that's my fault. I don't blame anybody but myself. That's my job, get everybody to play hard. And, we just haven't been able to do that to this point.
And when you said that you worked on defense and needed to work on defense, what part of the defense has not been what you wanted?
Just getting 5 people on the same page. Getting 5 people on the same page. Anytime on penetration, there's rotations. And if you have 3 people rotating right and 1 person not rotating right, it leaves people wide open. And it's just our rotations. It's getting to the ball. It's, helping recovery. It's that type of stuff. And the biggest thing is it's hustle. To me, defense is all positioning and heart and hustle. I mean, I don't care if you're quick or slow. You can play defense if you want to.
Coach, you'd said that these 2 road games are obviously pretty tough to open the conference slate. But will you know everything you need to know about this team after these 2 road games?
I think I already know. I mean, not that I know everything. I think I already know. I mean, I've been in this business long enough. I know what we have and what's ahead of us. And that's why I keep trying to tell the players that some of these players don't have any idea what's ahead of them right now, going in some of these places and playing on these home courts and the atmosphere and the caliber of players and that type of stuff. So, I think we know what we have. We really do. I don't think there's going to be a lot of surprises from this point on.